podcast that helps you stay up to date with everything related to SFA women's basketball, is also telling you to stay up to date on your vitamin C. We battle some sickness today. Let's strive for health on this edition of Locked on Lady Jacks. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Do you think that was fitting for the both of us?
I think that was fitting for the both of us. Lovely viewers, we're battling illness here, but we love our Lady Jacks so much that we're here anyway. If I step away to throw up, then please forgive me. And Hunter is battling dehydration and fever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how much we love the Lady Jacks, though. We're dedicated for sure.
Feel blessed for insurance. Feel blessed for
absolutely
medicine to make me feel like, yeah, I could go back to work tomorrow, maybe.
But the most important thing is this pod. I mean, who cares about work, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah. Right. Totally.
But the pod needs the bills.
That's true. That's true. See, that's why I put Lady Jacks for real.
For real.
For real.
Well, I'm Hunter, powered by Powerade, not sponsored.
I'm Laura, and I'm just hanging in by a thread, honestly. But I'm here.
And we had a very busy weekend, a very winning busy weekend. First off, not related to women's basketball, but that football environment on Saturday, that was, I don't think, maybe not since the 2010s, maybe, it had been that packed, that loud, that engaged of an environment. And for those boys to come out with a win like that, where it was boom, 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 it was awesome.
It was. And we want that for every team, for every game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
not that hard.
That would make a huge difference, you know?
It doesn't have to be playoffs for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Just come and enjoy yourselves, you know? That is a game I will probably never forget.
Yeah, I mean, completely
it was
agree.
Amazing. Yeah.
Like, and there was like the key monumental plays, like Sam playing like when Sam was healthy last year.
Yes.
So Sam's fully back.
Yeah.
Kylon, one-handed catch in the end zone, which you were again. You
That's been featured many places. I think there's one more piece of footage. You had it, and then another kid got some. Mm-hmm. But I think mine's been.
Like you crushed it. You had the best spot of that angle.
Yeah, and I've only gotten credit for it once, but that's okay.
Okay, you need to go for my old job.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. You actually take better photos, but whatever.
But no, it was a great environment, but it led to kind of a shift for Lady Jack basketball to play a late night thriller against Texas State. Mm-hmm. But when we talk about thriller, it was another typical win for the Lady Jacks, where I've talked about it before already. They claw back to try to find a win. We didn't see it in the loss in the Puerto Rico Clasico, but for here, this was a D-Jack win where they were behind, and then were able to just essentially flip a switch and kind of dominate the fourth quarter. So Laura, break down the stats for us.
Exactly. And I will talk about that. I think they said they were only ahead 8 minutes of the game. Like they were only in the lead 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. So can you imagine? Once again, if you look at the box score across, you'll see that we did start out slow. We were not winning in that first quarter. We did win 74-66 against Texas State. We have played times before, and we usually come out with a win. Statistically, we win against Texas State, especially at home. We ended up with 12 second chance points, 24 points in the paint, 17 fast break points, 8 points from turnovers, and 17 bench points, which I'm about to talk about more. But we did still have 17 turnovers, so we're still having to work on that. The 17 bench points are important because Isaiah came out, and she came out ended up with a double-double. She had 11 points and 11 rebounds, and a lot of those bench points were hers. Our point leaders, Monty was out there for 30 minutes. 30 out of the entire game, she was out there. She had let's see, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Key came in second with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no steals. Micah had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
And 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I was bad. I didn't check that. There's so many stats, right?
So many.
Yeah, so good on you, Micah. Good on you. I think they know not to foul her. They didn't give her a lot of chances to do that, right?
Right.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the stats before I get on to the presser, or what
Yeah.
did you see? Because I was unable to go, but you were there. You were the
So I also have a different attachment with this team.
yes.
Their SID contact, her name is Megan. She used to work at Utah Tech, now works at Texas State, and we've kind of been co-worker acquaintances from afar. She's definitely somebody I have in my network. And early on, because she's also is really invested with the women's basketball team, they've been looking for a win. They've been clamping at the bit for a win. But she also said that the team is not, it's a lot of new faces on their roster. So again, they're still trying to figure some things out. That's why partially their record, even though they are better than what their record is, and we saw little glimpses of that throughout the third quarter, they kind of let things slip away. And that is when, usually with the history of Lady Jack basketball, things get to turn on when everything clicks, and then that total takeover happens, which it was a shift. And I'm sure when we get to the presser, it may get talked about. But yeah, Cha went down with an injury, and it was huge to have somebody else come in and kind of be that, again, the paint presence. I feel like I talk about this every single week. But yes, was it sloppy on both ends of the ball from both teams? Absolutely. But what matters is that Texas State had a lead in the fourth quarter, and the sloppiness kind of shifted completely away from SFA in that fourth quarter.
Yep.
And the lead just kind of just grew and cemented, like, this is what Lady Jack basketball is supposed to be. What I wasn't really impressed, because if we look at the video here, all the people that are behind, there's like a little bit of the student section, but I'd say there was actually like a good 100 to 150 people there for Texas State.
Wow,
It was
that's
like
amazing.
when it was lucky for like maybe 600 people to be in the gym, especially for a game that was that late. So huge kudos to them. And again, Texas State, there was a bunch of negotiations trying to happen with this game, like moving it to Sunday maybe. But no, they just said we wanted to get this done. And who knows if the lateness actually made a difference. I don't necessarily think it did, but they had a huge fan base show up for them. They ended up losing things in the fourth quarter. SFA was able to pull away with a gritty, not clean win.
Well, yeah. So Coach Bishop did talk about that this Texas State team is a great team with a great coach. And he said that the stats are not showing that. So he was aware going in, this would be a tougher game for sure. Let's see, to go on to the presser, he said, it did take us to the fourth quarter to lock in. But he said that we were able to hold them to their lowest scoring quarter of the season so far, and we had our highest scoring quarter of the season so far. So I think we had 25 points in that last quarter, and Texas State had 12. So not only did our offense pick up, our defense picked up. It's almost like you were just playing around with your food, and at the end, you're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take your head off, kind of thing. Sorry for the bloody. Anyway. But he was also proud because Isaiah was there with him. He said he's already had 5 or 6 different players in the pressers, so the rounded team we have, which I do like. Like I said, we only had that lead for 8 minutes. So what an important 8 minutes for us. Let's see. He said right now, Lady Jacks are not where he wants them. He said, Coach Bishop said that we're a 6-7 right now. And of course he did the hands. Yeah, he did. He did. And that we really need to be more decisive. We really need, he mentioned passing, really just needs, to get that clicking. Um, and then Isaiah had so far 2 career doubles, just in the short amount of time that she's been here. She
Mhm.
also talked about what I've spoken to is that twin mind that to me is so like apparent with her and KK. And to speak to that, KK had 7 assists and 5 of them went to Isaiah. So it's awesome. And that's really what they went over in the presser. It was kind of more like we still need to tweak some things. This is amazing, but we've got to tweak to keep going into conference play. It's upon us. So we've got to tighten some things up before we get there.
Conference play in a little under a week,
Mhm.
which it's hard to believe. I know it's all mismantled because of how many people you have in your conference. Some people were playing conference games in
Yes.
November, it felt like. But we're at the point where we play 2 conference games, have
Mhm.
I believe one more matchup against Arkansas State, and then it's the full sprint the rest of
Mhm.
the way out. So, like, take what you want with Arkansas State. I know this is
Mhm.
looking very much ahead, but
Yes.
Arkansas State is not one of the strongest teams in the
Mhm.
SEC right now, and they are kind of like Houston,
Mhm.
also scheduling a bunch of Southland teams in their non-con instead of more powerhouse teams.
Probably a
Uh,
mistake.
and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And I know that's looking way too far ahead versus what we have this week, but we got that. That's it.
Yeah.
One more game of non-con with 2
Mhm.
conference games ahead of us on that Monday and Wednesday of next week,
Mhm.
which it's just wild to think about.
Yeah. So far, HCU has had conference play, Lamar and Northwestern and Southeastern. Um, and the top 3, HCU, Lamar, Northwestern, all are 1-0 conference play. So, and then Southwestern has lost theirs. So,
And Northwestern State, they have I forget her name, but they already have somebody who's won
yes,
Southland
Atama,
Conference Player, yeah,
Atama. Yeah.
Conference Player
Her,
of the Week twice already.
yes. Yes. Well, she is if you want to get into, do you want to go ahead? Because you
Go
were
ahead.
gonna,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's go.
She's amazing. I was reading about her to prep for the pod. On 11/10, she won Southland's Conference Player of the Week. Has scored with. She had 2 game. They had 2 games with power conference teams, Wichita State and Nebraska,
Mhm.
and she scored 64 points total with them. And she had let's see, 7 3 points against Nebraska. And she shoots 13 of 25 from beyond the arc. So she is a sniper. We got to watch out for her. That defense is going to really be important
Mhm.
with her.
With it's I don't know how long the Northwestern State coach has been there, but
Hmm.
I have noticed, like, there's been like a twist in the retaining and the
Uh-huh.
reboost of that roster. Last year it was with I believe her name was Maya, and she
Hmm.
only played for Northwestern State for 1 year. Very fast point guard, was an
Hmm.
elite point scorer, knew how to get to the ball everywhere across the floor, was a real problem to handle.
Hmm.
And obviously, she's now no longer playing college ball, but she has now a way in the retention and crafting that
Hmm.
roster for how she wants to build it.
That's
So
awesome.
Northwestern State, another
Yeah.
sneaky one that has kind of just been growing
Mhm.
subtly for anybody that's not really paying attention to them.
Yeah.
Definitely
Glad you
somebody that we
got
need
to
to be looking
highlight that.
at. Mhm.
Yeah. Who do you have next? You want to talk about UTRGV next, since
Yeah,
opening?
if I can, yeah, pull it up.
Okay, well, you do that because I do have a little bit on that if you want.
UTRGV so far this year 3-4, with hosting Houston as one of their game, kind of scheduling a lot of Southland teams, hope or playing against Conference State and beating Texas State. And they're really they only have really 2 money games, with one of them not really being a money game, where they lost at Texas Christian, number 10 Texas Christian, on November 23rd, and they are hosting Texas. They are hosting number 2 Texas, not in their field house, but in the where the Rio Grande Vipers play.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, I'm getting a phone call right now. So far, like I said, UTRGV pretty even in the scope of points versus their opponents, 488 to 448. They are relatively not a 3-point shooting team. They like getting down into the post. Rebounding is kind of their specialty, 302 right now on the season. Look for them to also try to get assists. But this is, again, another coach that has been there for a long time, knows the ropes on how Southland play is. But I think they have a lot of new faces compared to the last time that we played them. You remember UTRGV was a sneaky loss that SFA had on the road last year. One of the first games I got to see in person and traveling with them. Obviously, when they came to our place, it was a little bit of a different story, but this team does have it in there to kind of upstage the Lady Jacks.
Well, and I read an article on their website, and it had a lot of quotes from Coach Lord, and he said that they're trying different things this year. He said they are going to be playing with more speed. He said, normally we're just, let's see, we're just playing, half court play. He said, no, they've upped their speed this year. Also, he said they've really improved their point guard situation as well. So that's what they're looking forward to. And so we can be that team with speed. I think you saw that fourth quarter, with Texas State. But I think we play best when we control the tempo and we keep it a little slower. So that will be interesting to see what happens. Who will control the tempo of the game?
And I think it's really going to be interesting when it comes to the matter of who is going to get the upper hand on basically having an entire week or an entire bye week, essentially, for basketball. Because almost everybody's kind of equal on the same page of like not really having games right now. The fine-tuning aspect of like figuring out your systems. If you've had injuries, are your people going to come back, or what are you going to have to figure out in trying to get a new system going? And I'm not sure what RGV's system is, but right now, like at least for the foreseeable future, we if you thought that we were short as it is, we're going to be rocking 7. I'm not saying that I've seen them rock 7 before.
We did that.
we've done that. We've rocked 7, which it's a wild concept, and we're definitely knocking on wood to try to figure how effective things are going to go. But I do have faith in how the systematics are going to get figured out before next.
It's true. So just a quick injury update. We don't have an update on Shaw. All we know is that she did get an x-ray. I guess we'll see this next game. Hopefully she was wearing a boot the other day. Hopefully she was able to rest and recover. I have all the faith in Alexis, the athletic trainer, so she's in good hands for sure. I would say, though, that our point leaders this last time, they were out there. Like I said, Monty was out there for 30 minutes. Micah and Key were both up there as well. I think 28 minutes around that mark. So they are used to playing a long time. They've got it in them to go the course. So I feel like they can do that. Yes, having breaks is great, but I do have full faith in them to be able to pull that out again.
Did you have anything for Commerce, or do you want me to do that one?
Oh, yeah, you go ahead. I've got a little bit, but it was more about Southeastern, so go ahead.
Sorry.
Corpus, I have nothing on the Islanders. Couldn't find a thing.
Commerce is
Nothing interesting anyway. Completely interesting.
well, the more interesting change about Corpus Christi, there's two possible storylines that I could possibly twist. One, former Lady Jack coach Royce Chadwick. He's officially retired from the game, so he's no longer the coach at Corpus Christi. Brand new coach, brand new staff, and this was after they had good seeding in the Southland tournament last year. Kind of underperformed or didn't go as long as they would have wanted, but again, they were kind of middle of the pack. And then Trinity Slocum, who was a Lady Jack her freshman year, the year that I went with the team to Italy, is now back on Corpus Christi's roster, has kind of seen different stints. This is her third program in 3 years. Not sure how much her playtime is right now, but she will be making a return to the Sawmill on Wednesday.
Very fascinating.
Yes. And again, like both of these teams, they're on the middle to lower pack. Again, if I wish we did a preseason poll. If there was a preseason poll, they'd probably be in that mark. But, you know, with conference play, anything goes and anything happens.
It's true. On any given evening, you can have anything happen. So,
look, the biggest thing is we're going into conference with a short roster, but we have continuously defended home court in close games.
Yes.
And we still have one of the best records when it comes to a home win percentage in the nation. So that's what matters.
Yep.
And I think that's it.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, the spiel. I got to do the spiel. See that bottom? We talked about this.
Yeah.
That spiel. Yeah, that spiel. Yeah.
Guys, our athletes need you, and we need to be able to retain the amazing players that we have. And so two of the very best ways to do that is to join the Sawmill Collective or the Purple Lights Fund. With either organization, you can decide where your money goes to. And another thing you can do is go to SFA Threads is one of the NIL companies that works with student athletes to get their brands out as far as their t-shirting. You can get your favorite Lady Jacks player shirt and wear it proudly wherever you go. Get more people to come to games. That's another thing. Just any number of ways to support your student athletes.
And show up.
Yes.
And
always show up.
It was a late night. I understand it was a late night.
Yeah.
If the game was at 5 o'clock,
if
the game was at 5 o'clock that Saturday, I'm sure more people would have shown up. But
absolutely.
Monday, 6 o'clock.
Monday, 6 o'clock.
Wednesday, 5:30. It's a doubleheader.
That's awesome.
So the men will be right after them.
So you've got to go to both.
You got to go.
No, yeah.
And if athletics people are watching, I hope there's a ticket push. To be honest, some type of discount for doubleheader. That'd be great.
Yeah.
We will figure out what we're doing next week because we won't be talking about the Lady Jacks. We'll be watching Lady Jacks next Wednesday. And hopefully I won't sound congested and running.
Well, I think you did great for what you were working with. So,
well, thank you.
We appreciate you.
And please ignore my mess up here, everybody. I just pointed that out until now. So hopefully if you're still listening to this, you don't mention it to me. But anyways, I think that'll do it. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we got this part down. So, I'm Hunter.
And I'm Laura.
And this has been Locked on Lady Jacks. And as always, Axum Jacks.
Axum Jacks.
I think that was good.
I think so.
And